What's up, guys? Welcome to Jed Talks. Today, I am super excited to have one of my favorite people in the world, and I spend very little time with this human being not laughing till I about crap my pants. This is Moon, Chris Trull. I feel like the world deserves to know more about you, and I'm so excited you're here. Brother. So glad you're here, man. How you been?
Doing good, man. Nice day today.
It is a nice day. Finally got some good weather. How was it over in Hohenwald?
It's good.
Yeah.
Breeze. The Moon Lagoon was blue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is the Moon Lagoon completely finished?
It's finished.
How big is that thing?
The Moon Lagoon's 1.8 acres, and then the Moon Saloon's 4,200 square feet.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got fish in your pond?
Yeah. Got smallmouth bass, hybrid bluegill. I have a fish called a black perch.
What's that?
Some people call it a red eye. Sean Stimley, he didn't have a clue what was, but they're a perch that's basically dark black, and
It looks like a red eye, but it's just darker.
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool.
We catch them in the Buffalo River, the little stream that we go smallmouth fishing on.
Yeah. We still haven't done that yet.
I know.
I'm dying to go. You still got your fast boat out there?
I do.
Is it on the Buffalo?
No, it goes on the Tennessee. It's a 30-footer. It's too big for the Buffalo.
Chris has this boat that's like, how much horsepower? Like 1,000?
1,000 horsepower. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, I don't know if I definitely have it. I've been on a really fast bass boat that I think it had like a what's like a 300. It had like a 300 or something on it. It went like 90.
Yeah.
Which was pretty fast, but yours will probably do.
It'll run in the hundreds. But it's 30 foot long too, so it's a big boat.
It's stable at that speed.
Yeah. Sure it is.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah. If you drank enough, it is. You gotta get your sea legs under you.
How fast have you gone on it?
104, 105.
That's so fast on the water.
Yeah.
I feel like even like 40 miles per hour when you're on the water feels quick.
Yeah, especially if you fall out.
Yeah. At that speed, you're gonna go skipping for a while.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Are you gonna do much fishing this year, you think?
Yeah. This they'll go on bed pretty quick down our area, and then you can catch them right now when the weather's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then about the end of next month, the smallmouth will be running.
Nice. We need to go out there and do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to. I haven't done like really much fishing since I've been in Nashville. I've gone a little bit like on the Cumberland and for like catfish and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I caught like one bass out of there ever, but I used to go all the time at home, so I like miss doing that.
Yeah, the Buffalo River would be closer to one of the East Tennessee streams that you're used to. Rock filtered, really clean.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we need to do that. So you grew up in Hohenwald, Tennessee?
I grew up in Linden, Tennessee, Perry County.
Okay.
Yep.
What was that like?
Yeah, small. Graduating class of I think 70 people.
Yeah.
K through 8 school when I was going. Now they have a middle school. And like I said, graduated from there. Was born and raised. Sacked groceries there at the grocery store during high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that your first job?
First job was pumping gas. They still pumped gas, and we had a little gas station called Linden Quick Stop. So I'd pump gas and flirt with the ladies. And
really?
Yeah.
Did you have some like one-liners you were dropping on them?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What was like what was one of your like one-liners to like you're about to pump someone's gas? Because I grew up in a generation where that wasn't a thing. Like my dad was always like, if you're on a date or something, and they need gas or you're getting gas, make sure you're always the one to do it, be the gentleman or whatever. But I didn't grow up in the time where you went and someone like did that.
Well, when a hot girl pulled in, we'd flirt a little, but when you was making $4 an hour, you didn't have a lot of time for one-liners. They wanted their damn gas and to go home.
Right. But, so what was your pitch? Like, what did you say?
I don't know. If you get your nozzle in hand, I don't know. I asked if they went in the front or back. I don't.
Hey, here we go. Oh man!
I got the nozzle. I can do what I want to.
Oh no! Oh.
But
and not to rip on like girls or anything, but I bet some of them were like, "What do you mean?
Yeah, definitely. But
Some did.
later that night, a few of them got lucky enough to
Figured it out.
I had a red Mazda B2000 truck.
Oh.
And it had a big dent in the fender and stuff. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they would sit there and I'd rub their leg when I'd change gears. And in third, I'd have to let go of their leg and ram it into third because the synchronizers was out of the transmission.
Oh God, I feel like most people aren't gonna know what a synchronizer is. What is a synchronizer?
Well, it makes the gears synchronize.
Right.
It grinded going into gears.
But the point being is like you're not being like the best date you could be because you're having to handle the B2000. Is that what it was?
Yeah, Mazda B2000. No power steering, no AC.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
No power steering.
No.
Shit. It was different times.
It's different times.
Different times.
I don't drive a Mazda B2000 no more.
No, you don't. You got a super nice truck and a really nice car too.
Thank you.
Which one do you like more?
I like the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a truck guy.
The truck is sick.
Yeah, definitely.
Your truck is like very, very lifted. I feel like. How high is
It's
that?
got an 8-inch lift.
Yeah.
37-inch tires.
Yeah. It looks good. Just got it painted too.
Got it repainted. Had rock chips. Couldn't have that.
No, it's because Sean drove it for a little bit.
Sean drove it. Yeah.
I saw what he was doing in it.
Hey, he's got the Yukon Denali now.
I know he's been drag racing.
Yeah, he looks good in it.
He does.
I told him drive it
He should
hard.
drive it really hard.
Walk hard.
I know you would.
Hell yeah.
I know you would. So Moon sends me a video one day, and sometimes you'll send me stuff out of like I have no idea like what it's gonna be because you don't say, hey, check out this video of me doing this. He sends me a video of him on a dirt bike, like ramping this thing. Like how far?
Probably 100 feet. Yeah.
Like some like X Games stuff, and I'm like, who was that? And he's like, oh, it was me.
Yeah.
Like, Moon, what are you doing?
I just thought everybody could do that. I mean,
no, I don't think
you
so.
want to join in.
I wish I could do that. I would die for sure. If I got on a dirt bike and tried to ramp it 10 feet, 5 feet, I'd probably wreck.
Well,
probably. Maybe I need to learn.
Yeah, I could teach you.
Yeah. I don't know about 100 though. How did you do that? Come from just like growing up and doing it?
Just growing up, always was
into
motorsports. Raced all my life.
Really?
Yep. Still ride.
Like competitive, like
competitive racing. Yep. Raced motocross and supercross. Raced some woods racing, but
what's woods racing?
It's on a dirt bike, going fast you can through a woods trail.
Do you get to like practice the trail?
Not really.
So you kind of go into it not knowing even where to go.
Yeah.
Do people just like mess up?
Bad.
God, can you imagine? Imagine doing that high where you just don't know where to go.
I was gonna say trees are really unforgiving too.
Yeah.
If you want to hit one.
Yeah. Oh God. Do you ever hit a tree?
You take a white oak to the forehead, it's not good.
No.
Yeah, well, hell yeah, I've hit one.
I didn't know. I have you had like any bad accidents?
I had a bad wreck racing in Florida one time. Broke my foot pretty bad, but
that was it.
I've been scuffed up a few times, but
you haven't ever had anything crazy though.
No, just broken foot, maybe broken nose.
Wow.
Skin up.
Damn. I feel like that's rare in that.
Yeah, lucky. I mean, some of these guys on a professional level, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Those guys are in shape. Trust me.
To be able to do that, I mean, how many laps is a normal motocross race?
Well, in the amateur rankings, you may race 5 to 7 laps on a motocross track.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what the pros race.
I don't know either. What do they race, Alex?
Motocross races, it says they're usually 30 minutes plus 2 laps.
Yeah, plus 2 laps.
So they'll do a time, like they'll run it for 30 minutes. So
right.
You stay in the lead for as long as you can, and then they'll wave a flag. They'll do 2 more laps after that, and then team winners.
That's crazy because and you think about it, like 30 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but these people are like flying, like all like giving it their all.
It's rough.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. How do you build up like the courage to do a jump that's that far?
It's time consuming. How I would do, we used to build tracks and kind of build us a ramp that had some forgiveness where we could land, so we knew we could get the distance.
Yeah.
And then we'd take a damn dozer and dig that middle out, and it's time to tuck the boys up and get it in. It's, you want to be long and not short. 'Cause if you land,
Right.
I mean, but it's
Right. You don't want to hit like on top of the.
no,
the
you don't
hill.
want to hit a peak.
Jeez, that's crazy.
But it's a rush. It's a rush.
I can't imagine. And you also did it in your side by side.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. You've seen the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took a. Did I show you that? He has a video of It's like, is it like a Polaris side by side?
It's
thing?
Can-Am, same thing.
Yeah, but it's like one of those. For people that don't know what a side by side is, it's essentially like a bigger 4-wheeler with a steering wheel, and you sit next to each other in it, and they are very fast. Yours is, how fast will it go?
It runs 75.
Which is so fast. And he ramped it across his driveway and about took the nose end of this thing into the ground. I mean, ripping it. Like I'll give you the video, so maybe we can put it in here.
Yeah, we'll cut it in
and show it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you sent that thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Was that with Jamie in there?
Jamie was there. Sean Stimley.
Oh, I bet he
Dalton
about
Stanley.
shit. I bet he about shit his pants.
That was the day Dalton talked about his motocross career.
Yeah.
And then he got on the bike and asked me how to put it in gear. So I'm calling.
Come on, Dalton.
I'm calling bullshit.
Come on, Dalton. Moon's calling bullshit on Dalton's race
already.
Yeah.
I mean, God. So what? I mean, we both come from small towns. They're both different, a little bit different. What is the most redneck thing you've ever seen in your hometown?
It could have been the dude last week at Walmart with the mullet, cut off shorts, smoking a Marlboro, listening to Billy Squire, Stroke Man, leaned up against his car watching women walk in Walmart.
That was it?
Pretty redneck.
He was just watching it?
Yeah. I've seen a guy that used to have a Cadillac that literally hauled his lawnmower everywhere he went in the trunk of his Cadillac.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it's
just in case.
It's some redneck shit down there. I mean, but it's a way of life. I mean,
but it's also like a cool place because it's a place where you don't have to worry about what's in your car.
Nobody
messes with your stuff.
The keys are in my car at home right now. You know,
you don't have to think about it.
It's not. I hope it stays that way a little while longer, but town keeps moving further that way, and but we enjoy it while we got it.
Yeah, I think you got a while. My first experience out there was actually camping with my friend Josh Barker, and we had a great time. We just drank and had fires, and we went to the Walmart and got a bunch of steaks and stuff and made them. And the next day we were like, let's go to this barbecue place, and we went, and there was about 5 people in there, and they all were having their conversations, whatever. And then Josh was like, let's go back to the Walmart and get more supplies for camp. So we go back over there, and those same 5 people at the barbecue place were now at Walmart still talking. And I was like, man, this is a small town. This is pretty cool. And it kind of reminds me of home to me, because anytime you would go to Walmart growing up, you see somebody you know.
Yeah, I mean it's that way. My girlfriend always, we go to Walmart, she's like, look, we're going to be in and out, and I'm like, yes. Well, I get in there and I know everyone, and an hour and a half later. But to get back to the most redneck thing I ever seen, I may have possibly been involved in it last Sunday.
What happened?
One of my good friends and employees, we call him DK. His name's Dan Jobbit.
How did he? Oh, whoa! How to get DK?
I don't have a clue. Maybe
I was just wondering.
Maybe it's his middle initial. I don't know.
Okay.
But he had a gender reveal he's got a baby on the way. It's going to be a little boy. So we talked up what we were going to do, and of course, I've got the Moon Lagoon, and then my saloon I've just built right there on the property.
Yeah.
We decided we was going to mix up some Tannerite and shoot. So a lot of these videos and stuff, people mix up a pound or something to make the powder go off. Well,
right.
I mixed up 8 pounds. So we shot it, and we thought all that was cool till we heard sirens coming. And the cops pulled in. Did you guys hear an explosion? And I knew the cop, of course. And I said, yeah. I said, just blowed up some Tannerite. He said, son of a bitch, why don't you give us a warning? He said, people at the county line said their house is charred. So the talk around town's all week about this explosion that ended up being a gender reveal.
That was it? Was it a boy or a girl?
It was a boy.
Oh, shoot.
Boy.
Well, congrats to him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. How big was it? Did you video it? Somebody had to video
it. Yeah, it was videoed, and also, I've got a crater left in my yard from this. I mean, it was legit.
How much did you put in there again?
8 pounds of it. But
8 pounds?
Yeah. Your sports sedan would not exist anymore if I put it in there.
I believe it.
It'd blow it up.
I believe it. Oh, my God. I want to see the video of that.
Okay.
I need to see it. I had a buddy, or have a buddy back home, which I would love if we could put a video up of it when maybe we'll do that later or whatever. But he would do some like crazy redneck stuff, and he tried to start a YouTube channel to get it going. And like, it's beyond me, like why it hasn't taken off, and people need to go watch it because it's hilarious. Like some of the stuff he does. But he got his girlfriend, to Mason in the face, and then he tried to shoot this target with a bow. And it's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Like, just hilarious. And he would just do stuff
Mason?
Like yeah. So she just literally just, shh. And then he took the bow, and he's like slobbering and everything else, and tried to hit this target.
Could he hit it?
He hit it.
Maybe he needs a little more challenging. Maybe she should have hit him in the nuts with a tennis racket or something.
Something. He's too good.
Step it up if he can do that.
He's too good. Yeah. He did some stuff with Tannerite too, but I don't know if he did 8 pounds. That's like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Keep in mind, we also done this in the city limits. So
right.
It's kind of.
That's how you know you're tight with the city, though, man.
Yeah. Hey, we got good. We got a whole city in general, as far as from the city government, all the officers. It's a pretty good area.
It is.
It is.
I always enjoy going out there. Feels homey, and to anyone that hasn't been in a town like that, kind of small, it might seem kind of funny at first, but like you learn to love it because there's so many things that you don't have to worry about or think about that you do when you move into like an area like Nashville or New York, or LA or Dallas or somewhere with the city.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's cool. So, tell me a little bit about your involvement with Sam Hunt, because I feel like when people hear this, they're not going to know. I mean, other than the fact you're like a freaking awesome person, which I hope everyone takes from this at the end, because you truly are just like one of the most genuine people I've had the pleasure of knowing. And but it's pretty cool that you had a hand in on helping Sam come up.
Yeah, of course, Sam, super talented, as everyone knows, and he would have probably been just fine if he'd never met me. But it started a pretty unique deal. Me and a group of guys from home, actually some of the local law enforcement was on this trip with us.
Yeah,
we took a trip to Talladega, Alabama, to the races and the NASCAR race, and we took us quite a few supplies, had seafood and steak, and kind of had us a little menu what we was going to do every night. And next thing you know, these college kids come setting up tents next to us, and I mean they had beer, hot dogs, and tents, and that's it.
That's about all you need, huh?
So I mean they were set. So we're over there cooking steaks, and they're trying to strike a damn fire, and I've got a damn flamethrower over there starting, and I'm like, guys, come over and eat with us. So they were great guys, and we talked and just talked life in general, even though a lot of us was from different walks of life and different age.
Yeah.
They were good guys, and they said, hey, our quarterback's coming over later, and you're not going to believe what a good singer he is. Well, ironically, it was Sam Hunt, and me and Sam sat and talked and just talked life, and learned about his football career and all this, and we exchanged numbers. And he pursued the rest of his college career, tried out for Kansas City Chiefs, and was still pursuing his music. And I got a good friend out of Columbia, Tennessee, that was starting a publishing company called Old Gringo. His name's Chris Hunter. And he's like, find me some talent. And I said, I think I already have. And I brought Sam, and he met with him, and it kept building and building. He was writing, and we got him playing shows locally. We would run back to his home state, Georgia. He'd played Rome, Georgia a lot. And you know, he just put his nose to the grindstone, and you know, before he know it, he'd wrote a song called "Come Over," and Kenny Chesney cut it, and Sam's done great things since. And
Yeah.
he's still a great friend, but yeah, it was really unique how that situation happened.
Right. So he just like, when you met him that first night at Talladega, did he like play for you and stuff?
Yeah, all great. It's playing it. I'll never forget us being rowdy and at a party, and he stayed pretty composed, and he said, Moon, we'll touch base later. He said, I'll be back tomorrow night. He said, I got to behave tonight. I'm playing at church with my grandfather tomorrow. And Sam's got a pretty religious upbringing and great family. Cedartown, Georgia family, and just phenomenal artist, as everyone knows. But and you know, a lot of people don't get how country Sam is.
Yeah.
He's got his style, but he can sing Merle Haggard good as anyone in the world. You know,
Right.
he's a great artist in general,
Right.
and a student of the craft, and I think he will press the boundaries for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I feel like that he catches a lot of heat for not being, you know, what has been country.
Yeah.
But as we've seen with pretty much every genre, like it changes a little. Like, and it has, like, with the times and stuff, like you have to kind of fit what's happening and what's going on, and it doesn't make him any less country, because I believe that he had a country upbringing.
Oh, he definitely country. He, I think the first song I ever heard him sing was "Rock Me Mama Like a Wagon Wheel."
Yeah.
It's the first song he ever played. And then, of course, you know, they want to talk about not being country. I think it's a pretty unique experience. You know, they come out with "Hard to Forget"
Yeah.
and make it their own, but they started out with Webb Pierce. I think he took "There Stands a Glass" #1, I think, in 1953.
Right.
And, you know, that's as country as it gets.
Yeah.
You may twist it, but
Yeah.
like I said, he's talented, and you know, you're never going to please everyone. You know,
No, never. When he was like when he played for you though, were you just like,
I was blown away,
you're like, this is crazy?
and I recommend anybody to check out, and you won't see a country Sam Hunt. And I'm trying to think the best way to tell you to Google it. I think you can YouTube it. You remember the school, Virginia Tech, when they had the shootings at the school?
Yep.
Sam played in the UAB. He went to University of Alabama at Birmingham. And I never will forget when I knew he was different than most of the guys with a guitar and a Western shirt and boots. And this is what he was wearing then. He sung a gospel song with an all-black choir.
Really?
And the song was called "Nothing Goes Unnoticed." And I get goosebumps talking about it. It literally floored me, and I knew the young man was different.
Wow.
And it's phenomenal.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh, this is it.
it's and that's country Sam Hunt.
Where now this was
This was at UAB. This is a tribute to Virginia Tech.
Oh wow. Got the glow sticks.
Nothing goes unnoticed with our Father up above. When you know that you've been wrong, and you have toiled all night long,
Whoa.
wondering why the ones you love
You got the pearl buttons.
Look at him.
now are gone. When your strength needs
Well,
renewed,
that's crazy.
even when
How many views does this video have?
This has, what's it say?
31,000 views.
It's kind of hid. A lot of people
Are
don't
you
know about
kidding
it.
me?
Yeah.
More people need to see that. That's crazy.
You know I'm in the Raised on It video.
Are you?
Yeah.
No way. Like, are you acting on it?
Oh, I'm doing some acting. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I cooked some crawfish, and I rode a mattress behind the side by side.
No.
We shot some skeets with shotguns.
Did you?
Yeah.
I still haven't tried that. I need to try that. Sounds fun. That's crazy though. That video of him saying, "I never."
It's phenomenal, and you know it's crazy. It don't have 30 million views, but just,
I know.
but
People don't know about
but
it.
when
so
you,
here it is.
Unless you
That's
punch that
crazy.
in, you know, I would like to take credit for 25,000 in views because that's
Well,
probably how many people I've told about it.
Yeah, I think you could. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And so,
Here's you in this in the Raised on a video.
Yeah.
Right. And like the mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that looks about right.
Yeah. That was at Sam's family's farm in Cedartown, Georgia.
They got all that stuff there.
Yeah.
Man, that's a paradise.
Yeah, it's great. That's his wife, Hannah.
That's
But,
awesome.
Probably my best acting debut was, my buddy Big Vinnie from Trailer Choir.
Yep.
They had a song called Ice Cold Summer, and the plot was I was a taco truck driver, and they gave me the script, and of course I'm friends with all those guys,
Yeah.
and basically they come on to order taco, and I tell them no, we're closed, and I get kidnapped. But the plot I read, you get kidnapped, but you get rescued by extremely hot women, and that was the plot they gave me. So I've got an apron, running a taco truck, and got a little speaking part, and get to do a little acting in it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun. I think
fun.
Bucky Covington was in that video as well, but
That's cool.
I think they were on Average Joe's label when that song come out. But it was a pretty cool little video.
That is cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. Big Vinny's talented, isn't he?
so talented. Big Vinnie, Perry County, Linden, Tennessee native. Grew up the
Yeah.
same town as me.
Tell that story you told me, or you and him told me about when was it your dog kept going to him?
Yeah, I had a big bloodhound, and Vinnie worked at Sonic, and the little house I lived in back in Linden in the day was, I guess if you're a hound dog, it was within smelling distance.
Yeah.
And Big Vinnie made it up to assistant manager, and he was trying to pursue his music career, and he'd come down to the house and play for me. Well, my dog got to getting out of the pen. I couldn't keep it in for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, random people were literally showing up saying, Moon, we were told to bring your dog home. And I'm like, where'd you find him? He said he was at the Sonic. Well, Big Vinnie had told his employees, if Moon's hound dog comes up here, give it a cheeseburger. So we couldn't keep the dog in it. Oh, we put electric fence around it. The dog would not stay in. But
I feel that though.
I
Like if you're getting free cheeseburgers,
I would probably run through a fence too.
yeah, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
I mean, at free cheeseburgers at Sonic, you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Electric fence or not.
Before Big Vinnie, he went on The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Lost nearly 200 pounds. Now, saved his life. But he was on Show Dog with Toby Keith, and he was on their label in a band called Trailer Choir, and they had some outs. I mean, they played stadium tours, and they had a movie called Whiskey for My Men and Beer for My Horses.
Yeah.
Had Willie Nelson, Toby Keith, I think Ted Nugent was in it, Rodney Carrington, Vinnie, and Trailer Choir was the house band in the movie.
That's hilarious.
But that's me getting saved by the ladies.
Moon, you got some cool hair, dude.
Yeah.
Look at you. And there's Big Vinny.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Look at you go.
Tacos and Miller Lite. Bucky Covington.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's a good time.
where'd y'all film that?
We shot in the parking lot over by Average Joe's.
Oh, really?
It was not a big budget.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's hilarious.
I actually rented the taco truck. You can rent them. I don't think it was for rent.
You can rent like a taco.
No, the
truck?
guy had a taco truck, and I asked him if he'd rent it. He said no. Then I gave him an offer, and he said yes. So we had a taco truck.
With like all the stuff to make tacos and everything
we had
still
tacos.
in there?
Yeah.
What? So you're telling me all this time we could have just started renting our own taco trucks instead of going out to eat at taco restaurants, Mexican restaurants?
It'd probably be a little cheaper to go out to eat.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be. But if you have like a big party or something.
It'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake Owen, his Christmas party, he had some pretty cool. He had Hattie B's.
Like the food truck
Yeah.
thing? No way. Out at his house or
Yes.
whatever? That's cool. I heard his place is pretty wild.
Oh, magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful place.
That's cool. He seems like a cool guy.
He is.
Actually, he was the first. When I moved to Nashville, he was like the first famous artist that I had spoken with, and I had no idea that it was even him. Because my first job when I moved to Nashville was I was a valet, and I was just talking to this dude. He was waiting for his car to come back up, and it was Jake. And we talked, and his car came back, and we just kept talking, and he was just like a cool, just super down-to-earth guy. And then he left, and my friend was like, "You knew who that was?" I'm like, "I have no idea. He was super cool." He's like, "That's Jake Owen." I'm like, "That's awesome." Like, I had no idea. He didn't, he didn't try to, like, act like some big shot or anything like that. He was just a down-to-earth dude. Super nice.
He's phenomenal at wakeboarding.
Dude, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Isn't he, like, a golfer, too?
Excellent golfer.
Like, I think, didn't he have, like, 3 different options or something?
Yeah.
Like, golf, wakeboarding, and then music.
He played
or
golf.
Something
He
else?
played golf at Florida State.
Really?
He's got a twin brother, played tennis.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. It'd be pretty cool to have 3 options or 4 options.
Yeah. I think his option worked out pretty well.
I think it went pretty good for him, I would say. Shout out to Jake for being a super cool guy.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on this year? What's your plans?
Well, we're pushing a young guy named Hunter Jordan, really talented guy.
Yeah?
Great guy out of West Tennessee. He's recently moved to Nashville.
Yeah?
We dropped a song called Shoulda, Coulda, Woulda a few weeks ago. Got pretty good success.
Nice.
We got another one dropping in 2 weeks.
That's exciting.
But good kid.
You put the touch of moon, the same dust you put on Sam.
But I
Good
hope so.
Lord.
I hope so.
Good grief, man.
That's some good dust.
That's some really good dust, dude. If you got any extra, you just toss it down here and put it in my hand, and I'll swallow it or whatever. Toss it back with this whiskey.
Whatever Sam did.
Whatever Sam did. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Moon, did you have involvement in music before Sam?
I did with Big Vinnie, Vincent Hickerson from Trailer Choir.
Okay.
And him being a local guy, he would come to the parties, pick guitars, and I invested a little into him, and he come to Nashville, got a recording contract, and he single-handedly, without him, I don't know that I'd ever got into it, because that was an unreachable goal, being down in that small town.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I love about my town, I always wanted to know I wanted to reach for maybe a little higher goal.
Yeah.
But not just reach that higher goal and abandon. I want to bring some of that stuff to there.
Right.
So I've been able to venture out, and as you've seen, we've been blessed to have some great talent come down there and out of there. We got another guy, Derek Parnell, crazy talented guitar player. He was Sam Hunt's first guitar player, and he decided to go back to school. And I can't knock him for that, but now he plays for Tracy Lawrence. You met him that day.
Yeah.
That we went to the Tracy show.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it's without Big Vinnie, Vincent Van Zandt Hickerson, I don't know that I'd ever got into music. But it was
cool.
It was crazy. Because my primary business all around underground, we have machines that bore under roads, rivers, and everybody always thought I would quit that, but I kind of looked back without that, they wouldn't have been no money for music. So,
right. It's funny how it all comes together.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
it's crazy. And you're such a giving person, and you hear about people, or you hear the saying to like give with like no expectations of any returns, and I feel like to a T, that's you. Like you're the kind of person that like you give everything you can to someone to help them, no matter what, and you don't even have expectation. You do it because it's you.
Yeah,
and that's
rare.
That's
brother.
That's so rare.
That's like Sean Stimley said. He's like, man, he said people are just not like you, and I said, well, it's not my fault. It's not gonna make me change.
Right.
I won't allow it.
Right. That's you.
But
that's a good person to be, man. It's for. I mean, I'll admit that I have a hard time in some areas of being like that, and I know there are other people that struggle with that sometimes too, but like I think you're like living proof that like you can put everything out there and help people and still be okay.
Yeah, Yeah, it's I look back. I've been blessed to be pretty fortunate, and you can always find somebody that you may think has a little more than you, but if you got it in your heart, you're doing okay.
Where did you get that quality from? There had to have been some sort of inspiration.
I had good upbringing. My family, my parents got divorced, but I got a good mother and I got a good father, and my grandfather, still living, by the way, 87 years old.
Wow.
He's probably my hero, man. He never made a lot of money, but boy, he sure know how to love me.
Yeah.
Very good to me.
That's awesome. You feel like that you took like his qualities?
I would say a lot of it from him. I would look back. It's crazy to think about people walking or hitchhiking.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he come home from work one time when I was a kid, and he picked a guy up hitchhiking and fed him. And my granddad's a little small guy, probably wears a size 8.5 shoe, and he asked this guy what size shoe he'd got. Had no shoes on. I know that seems hard to believe, and that don't happen where I live,
Yeah.
But the guy had no shoes on, and he literally took him in there, and he might not have been able to afford to buy him another pair of shoes, but he took him a pair of shoes and cut the back out of them, and this guy put them on like flip-flops. But you know what? That's better than barefooted.
Hey, it is.
He fed him and put him on his way.
It is. But, and probably wasn't in the position to even do that, but he
probably
did it.
That's right.
That's awesome.
But I'd say I got a lot of my qualities from him.
Did he ever like give you like a saying or something to live by that you've held on to or anything like that?
Man, he just always was the best at showing me. Try not to judge. Just man, you never know. You look back in school, and I look back today. A lot of your bullies, look what they had going on at home. Now that I'm a grown man, I look back, and I know some of the stuff that was going on in these kids' homes, and they was just acting out. Mm-hmm. And I was always the type, if a guy was a bully, I wouldn't necessarily challenge them. I'd try to learn about them.
Right.
And that made more friends. And you know what? You didn't have to fight them.
Right.
But and like I said, I guess I've always never been too good to listen and hear someone out.
You've never been too good at it?
No, too good to. A lot of people won't put out the effort,
Right. To give someone the chance
That's
to
it.
like learn what's going on
That's
in
it.
their life. Yeah. I feel like we live in a society that doesn't do that like at all. It's just like a surface level, whatever's at the face, that's what you get, and no one has any interest in learning that, which is like, I think it's worth it to learn what people deal with on a deeper level.
Sure. It's been trying times the last few years. Yeah. And like I said, it's but we got a lot to look forward to. I think it's getting better.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really, really good year this year, and I hope everything opens up more for everyone and there's more opportunity for literally everybody, because it's been weird.
Sure.
It's been really weird. Tell me a story. Well, actually, let me tell this story about us first, because I thought this was really funny. But I'd never been dove hunting. So I go out to Homewald. Sean Stemley, our buddy, he invited me. I already knew Moon. I was excited. We go out there, and we're pulling into this field that's like, to me, you felt like you lived far away, and then we drove further away. Yeah. So I was like, where are we now? And we're pulling into this field, and like, imagine you're in 2020, or was this 2021 at this point? No, it's 2020.
2020, yeah.
2020. You're in 2020. You pull into the Civil War is what it sounded like in this field when we pulled in. It was just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, where? Like, I've never been dove hunting. I have no idea. Well, I didn't know we were going to a field where everyone is shooting very close proximity to me with guns. I'm like, my dad's like, you always aim the gun up, like, like that. Everything kind of like went out the door a little bit when we got to this field. We pull in. And you in your hometown, which I believe that in the world you deserve to be worshipped like you are in your hometown, but you are worshipped because you're that great of a person. But we pull there, and everyone's so excited to see Moon. People are walking up to the side of the truck. They're like, Moon, man, where you been, brother? We've been down here all damn day. We ain't shot nothing yet. We've been over there by the creek side. I'm like, where are we? Because I like it. I like it here. And we finally talked to a few different people, and we end up meeting with these one dudes. And this one guy kind of chirped you. I don't know if you remember this. I thought this was hilarious. But I'm in the back middle seat of your truck. But this guy said something to you, and it was like, "I'll F you, Moon," or something. You're like, "F me, I'll run your ass over." And you pulled your truck forward and then backed over this dude. Like, not physically ran him over, but you took like your trailer hitch and pretty much knocked him out of his chair in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, like, no big deal.
Yeah. You're just like, yeah. I know not a lot of people see that, and I was just like, wow, that was
F him.
that was amazing. But then we set up chairs and waited for these doves to come in, and that was one of the funnest days I've
It was a great
probably
time.
ever had. I had a great time. And I didn't realize that like drinking a bunch of beer while you're shooting doves was like a thing, but we did it.
It's mandatory.
Apparently, it's really fun. I went turkey hunting once, didn't kill any turkeys. None of them came around. It was not that fun. Nowhere near that fun.
Dove hunting's a little easier than turkey.
Yeah, because
you can run your mouth and
you can
bullshit with your buddies. And
right. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know that same field the dove shoot was in. Sean's video, as far as I know, the tractor scene was shot in our dove field.
Wow.
I'm surprised they didn't get shot with bullets.
No,
also,
it wasn't dove season then, but it was.
That was crazy though. Like,
yeah.
I mean, how many people you think were in that field that day?
30.
We were shooting. So, I want you to think about that: 30 people with shotguns,
Drunk.
shooting, possibly drunk, into the air, because you could hear the bullets raining down around you. And I don't want you to like think about this in like the perspective of like, hell yeah, I hunt. That's normal. I want you to think this like, I've never been there. I had no idea that this was about to partake. I was like excited. I wanted to like go shoot stuff. It sounded great. But like to show up and it literally was just like, it sounded like the finale at the 4th of July celebration. Yeah. Like crazy.
Hey, it was pretty cool though. We slipped off from the group a little bit and he got his first confirmed kill by himself.
I did.
No one else shot, so
that's how you know.
That's how you know.
They fall, unless someone across the field
poisoned it or something.
happened to put something into the air that got it taken down. You remember when I shot the one on 1 foot?
Hey, you did. That took some skill.
No, we were laughing about it because it was like luck, 100% luck.
I'll take luck.
Yeah, I there was a bunch coming over and he got me fired up and I like stood up, and when I stood up I had like a little this is so not safe. Like, don't do this.
Yeah.
If you're hearing this, like, just don't even try it.
But I fired up. I said, "Hey, dumbass, shoot those birds."
Right. It got me fired up. Like I said, I stood up, and when I stood up, I stumbled a little bit, and this bird was like going over the trees, and I hit it last second.
He did.
Popped that
Hey, it was impressive.
It was. Then we laughed about it because we knew it was kind of luck, but whatever. What's you got any like funny hunting stories or something? You got more funny stories than like about anyone I know.
Well, we were deer hunting one time, and it's against the law to ride the roads, and shoot them out of a field. But we were going to do that, and me and a buddy of mine's riding around drinking beer, and I'm like, man,
I love that the story starts like that.
I mean,
It's
we just
illegal,
was.
but so we were going to do that. So
Yeah. I mean, we were. I'm not gonna lie. But we're riding around, and my buddy said, "Moon, I promise you, this is a damn good place to see a deer." So we're riding out there, chugging our beer with our music playing. We're looking in the field, and about that time, wham! I hit a deer.
You hit it with your car?
We were literally riding down there going to shoot them out of this field, and I wasn't paying attention and hit one.
Oh my God!
Didn't kill the deer, tore the hell out of the front of my truck. Deer run off.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
No way.
We back in school during deer season, school was getting involved in our hunting. It's putting a damper in it, and we had a local radio station called 94.3, Froggy 94.
Right.
One morning we was riding around school, and keep in mind they wasn't cell phones. Everybody didn't have a cell phone in the 90s, and we're riding around one morning. I said, "Man, I'd like to go deer hunting." And my buddy's like, "Man, if I miss school, the coach ain't gonna let me play ball." I said, I think I can handle this." So we had a little 4-way stop there that you've been right through. There's an old BP station. And we pulled into the payphone. I called Froggy 94. And he answered the phone. And I tried to get my big boy voice because I was about 17, talked high pitch. And I said, yes, this is Superintendent Dave Rhodes of Perry County School System. We wanted our local radio station to know before we called the Nashville News, school is going to be out today due to slippery back roads. Well, every one of our bus drivers rode around and listened to this. People listen. That's about the only thing that would pick up there back then.
Right.
The bus drivers turn around and take the kids home.
You're kidding me.
I got
You did
school
that?
out.
That's pretty
I
awesome.
got school out.
That voice was great.
Yeah. Hey,
You
Dave.
killed it.
God rest his soul. Dave Rhodes was our coach, and his widow Miss Stella is still living. And every time I see her, I thought my ass was in trouble because I've just got school thrown out.
Right.
So it was some tense times.
Yeah.
For 20 years after that, every time I seen him, he'd just grin and wink. And she said he told that story everywhere about me mocking him and getting him out.
That's crazy, man. Oh my God.
Probably one of the craziest stories that, as far as youth, I was talking about sacking groceries.
Yeah.
We had a small grocery store called E.W. James and Son. And in the mornings, we would go, us young guys that went to high school, we would go in, unload the stock truck. We literally toted the stock out, set it down the shelves. And the store was so small that the day shift, when they come in, they would knock on the door and our manager would go unlock it. Those are school kids queued to go to school. Well, we got in a load of ski masks one day. Just looked like a damn robber mask. Well, I thought how funny it would be when our manager went to let these girls in for day shift. I was going to run out behind the counter with that mask on and tackle him. Well, I run around and do it, and I stood up to look at the girls' response. Well, nobody told me that this homeschool girl that was working there should have been in the fucking Olympics. She runs across the road, runs in a gas station screaming, someone has my boss captive. So the cops pull in at the store.
Way.
And I have to get on the microphone and say, hey, this is Chris Trull. There's no one has us captive. It was just a joke. And we literally come out of this grocery store.
They have like guns and everything. They think you're. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would not fly these days.
No. It's good.
Oh my God.
It's good times.
That was when you could get away with that a little more.
What's the story behind why people call you Moon?
Great question.
Yeah.
And I love this
it
story.
is a good story. Sean told a little bit about it, but he didn't quite get it.
I want it from you.
Yeah.
I heard him tell it.
This is the gospel.
Yeah.
I played baseball. He said I hit a baseball, but I did not.
Sean, you lying son of a.
He was close, but it was a pretty day. We was doing spring training in baseball, and I was changing, getting ready, and I seen some cheerleaders. And like I said, small town, we were all buddies. I thought, I'm gonna moon these cheerleaders.
It just crossed your mind. You're like,
this version was better.
You're passing through like, you know what?
It seemed legit.
Yeah.
Well, back then, and I don't know in high school now, some of the teachers would sneak around and smoke. And they'd walk outside. So I mooned these girls, and once wasn't enough. I pulled my pants back up, get ready to walk out, and one of them yelled, do it again. So I did. Little did I know, my math teacher was walking by that window with his cig, and I basically stick my ass to his head. And here we sit years later. My nickname's been Moon ever since. The teacher that I stuck my ass to his head calls me Moon.
That's who started it. He's like, you're gonna be.
No. Another one of my teachers that was we had ag, like FFA.
Yeah.
And I'm actually kin to his name's David Trull, and everybody called him Chief because kind of the wilder ones took his class.
Right.
So they said he had a bunch of wild Indians. So Chief is the one that I owe to calling me Moon.
He just came out and was like, Your name's Moon. Your
Yeah.
new nickname's Moon.
Yeah.
That's great.
But that's the truth. You may hear some more glorified stories, but that's the
I
gospel.
was gonna say
That was better than Sean's version,
yeah.
anyways. I like
Yeah.
that.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sometimes you hear these stories and they're so good, and it's like you get a little misconstrued and send them whatever makes sense for the people around you. You're like,
Yeah.
you know what, they would like this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's funny. Well, are we about an hour?
Right about 50, yeah.
We're about 50.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to wrap?
Yeah, we can wrap up.
All right. Well, Moon, thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure talking with you. I love you a bunch.
Always, brother.
You're a great person.
Thank you.
And I'm thankful to call you a friend. I'm sure we'll have you back
Absolutely.
eventually. But thank you for being on Jed Talks. Appreciate
Thanks,
you, man.
brother.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.